28-year-old Moksh Juneja lives dangerously. This former public relations executive who turned entrepreneur 2 years ago says he's just doing his job. A social media enthusiast, he smelled a business idea in Twitter.
We saw a lot of opportunities that we could use for different brands, and the whole idea of starting the company Juneja was, it actually means omnipresence. So we wanted to spread, the omnipresence for the brands across online.
At the Juneja office, his brother Daksh sits glued to the laptop, zeroing in on target consumers for every brand they promote.
It's a different medium altogether on Twitter. Or if someone is always talking about shopping, if there's a very fanatic person who loves shopping and they're talking, oh, this offer is out or this offer is out, so they will, you can always tell them, ki, boss, this is also another retail option that you can look into.
And it's not just Twitter. Other social media websites like Facebook and LinkedIn are also promotional platforms.
So if you thought Facebook and Twitter were only good enough to keep in touch, think again. It doesn't matter whether you're in your 20s or 40s, these networking sites have opened up a whole new world of avenues.
42-year-old Manish Jain is a financial consultant in Delhi. He decided to go independent and work from home. Facebook and Twitter is where he got his potential clients.
My comments on Twitter, then went on to see Facebook, went on to my website from there, saw my website, and then came back to me saying that yes, we want to be your, we want you as our advisor.
The trick is to understand the difference between public and private lives when online.
As far as an individual is concerned, it depends on him or her. If you want to make your life public, you can make your life public. I prefer making my thoughts public, and I let it be at that. There is a personal side to my life which it's not there on. You can't go through any of the social networking sites and figure out my personal life.
And age is never a criteria. Anand Desai is the CEO of the Bombay store in Mumbai. He's 40 and every bit the corporate honcho. He's also a compulsive tweeter.
Some days it can be as high as 40, 50 tweets, and some days it may just be a couple of tweets. I have a more or less practice tweeting in terms of the early morning and whilst I travel.
For Anand, the worldwide and instant access to people of all ages on Twitter is fun, and it's good business.
He used it for a wide range of activities, whether to something as intricate as asking what people would like as gifts, right down to our Bangalore store. When we looked at the new Bangalore store in Indiranagar, I tweeted about it.
If you're on Twitter, chances are you've had a word with Netra. She is the Twitter queen, spending 4 to 5 hours a day on it and using it to organize offline events. With her family back in Ahmedabad, she lives alone in Mumbai. But at 43, Netra's world is full of people she met online and became friends with.
It's an oxygen to me. I'm trying to fold into, almost, I'm either on my BlackBerry, either on my laptop or either on BlackBerry, wherever my Twitter is on. People don't see me on Twitter for 12 hours or a day or so. They say, oh, you're not there, what happened? You're okay. I get SMS.
For many people living alone and far away from home, these social networking websites often provide them with the succor and comfort they so need.
29-year-old Paramita Deb Arang, an HR consultant, says social networking sites are a godsend.
I'm from a very small town in Meghalaya, and when you come out onto the big world or the metros and all, you don't have a very good social circle initially. So how do you keep in touch with them? How are you updated with what's happening in their life? That's where social networking sites come into play. There are times when I talk about a bad Monday. There are times when I talk about a bad day at work. There are times when I talk about getting late.
As more young people embrace bigger cities to find work, social networking sites offer them the comfort of being in touch with old friends while discovering new ones.
If 101 people in my circle talk about Twitter, I want to know what is Twitter.
Paramita, an amateur photographer, met people who got interested in her work. Today, she sells her photographs for as much as 30,000 rupees. 25-year-old Ashu Mittal is an avid tweeter, but wary of the power it may have over her.
Seen people who are going into that direction, and that's something that I personally don't subscribe to, because if you reach that certain level of maturity and you treat it as it is, then I don't think you would get to that level.
But staying online is also triggering new offline relationships.
Twitter information spreads very, very quickly. I also like using Twitter for crowdsourcing, because the moment you ask a question, you get lots of answers.
30-year-old Priyanka Sachar is an IT professional and a photographer who spends much of her time on Twitter. Known as Twilight Fairy, she gets to brush shoulders with the famous.
I met her at Trident, Gurgaon. She had some work in Gurgaon. She had a meeting, and she called me the night before that and told me that she would be available. So I met her for breakfast in the morning, and then I went to work. And I must say that it was not like I was meeting a celebrity.
Before the king arrived on Twitter, Gul Panag was one of the biggest draws. She's simple and uncelebrity-like, making her a popular icon on Twitter.
It's really very impulsive. I mean, of course, one understands that one has a small degree of public impact and you have to be a little responsible about what you write. But I am also not a hypocrite, so if I'm having a glass of wine, I will say that enjoying a glass of wine with friends or out having Kingfisher beer, the best beer or whatever.
Bollywood stars, politicians, writers. Everybody's now aboard. It's made us all more secular, making it possible for a commoner to engage with unattainable stars.
It's a way of communicating with various people. I mean, politicians have come on to things, so you can interact with them, you can put your views. Maybe someday, sometime, something may make sense to that person. So, you know, it's in a sense brings everybody to that same level.
This is where the impossible often becomes possible. It's where new worlds and people converge. It's where anything can be yours, virtually.